Hello and welcome to another episode here on Stanislaus Adventures. Thank you for joining me, and I am your host, Patrick Kennedy. Come along as we travel throughout America and explore its back roads, its highways, and culture and history. When we parted ways in our last episode, we were just leaving Arizona after taking a nice cool dip in Lake Mead. Well, in this episode, we are crossing over the Hoover Dam and heading into Nevada. Come with me as we follow along Highway 93 and explore some of the backcountry of the Silver State. Good morning, family. So you won't believe where we're at today. You won't believe it. We're not in Arizona no more. Done left that place behind. No, we're in Las Vegas, baby. We are in Las Vegas. What a weird place to be. Let me tell you. I pulled in last night at about midnight, and you'd think for a city that is lively, well, this Walmart parking lot wasn't very lively. It was actually pretty dead. Alright, so I don't know exactly where we're at in Vegas. I just know we pulled off at a Walmart last night, South End. It says Hendersonville. Interstate 11 is right in front of me. Highway 95 is right in front of me. So I know we're not too far off the interstate, and I know we're not too far into Las Vegas. So, with that said, I'm not too sure exactly where we're going to go or what we're going to do right now. I know that we are due to be up at north in a day or two. But I have never actually been to Las Vegas as far as stopping and visiting. I've driven through with a trucker. I have driven through in vehicles, just right here on Interstate 11, right on through. Never stopped. Got to see the city from the freeway. So, with that said, I am kind of wanting to see the city a little bit and see what Vegas is all about, and then mosey on north. So, I'm going to figure out a way through the city using all the small streets, and so I can probably see the strip and see what's Vegas all about. Alright, family, at this moment in time, as we're hitting the road here in Las Vegas, heading to the strip, I want to take a moment and point you to my Patreon page. Now, here on Patreon, you can join my channel for $1 a month, and that'll give you, but not limited to, specific gold mining techniques, directions to camping locations, plus behind-the-scene extras. Now, also, I am building a chat room for all of us to communicate and talk to one another. As this channel grows, I'll be adding more chats that will be more devoted to state by state or by general topics. So, I encourage you guys to please come over and join me here on Patreon. And believe me, you guys, you'll definitely be able to get in on some really neat, specific content that I don't share on YouTube. So, here it is, my Patreon page. Please, come and join me for $1 a month. Let's grow this channel together, and you'll be an active member of the Stanislaus family. Yeah. There's a real roller coaster here, you guys. Can you believe that? And look at the Statue of Liberty. Oh my God, look at the Statue of Liberty. How beautiful is that? Oh, this is so cool. Like,
it's unreal. Oh, I love guitar.
Hard Rock Cafe. I've been to Hard Rock Cafe in New York.
I forgot how big it is. It's been so long.
Dude, I've never been here. This is so cool. Like, I don't even care about getting out walking around like the rest of the tourists. I'm just ecstatic to drive down the Sunset, the main strip.
I like the orchestra, the buildings. I'm not all about let's go inside places, blah 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 blah. I want to see all of the architecture. Look at that building. Like,
I know, the architecture and
you talk about science TV. The only thing you might not see is the globe.
I really just like when people say, man, you ain't missing nothing. Dude, come on.
Damn.
Okay, you may have gone to Vegas, but I'm missing a lot.
No, I'm not. You are missing a lot. Like the casino. No, I'm talking about here on the ground with money and stuff. Yes, that's the best time. But you don't need to go in the casinos. You don't really need to go into all these places. These chicks are they charge $50 for the picture. I've got to roll down the window a little bit.
Oh wow, you guys, how was that drive down the boulevard through Las Vegas? I mean, the Las Vegas Strip, that was a pretty cool to see. Well, it looks like we might have to do it again, going back the other way. The route that I have planned to go north, I'm not trying to take the interstates, I'm trying to take the small roads. And Google Maps has got me going back through the Strip and then getting on Highway 93 and going up through Pahrump, or bypassing on 95 around the mountain, coming back up to 93 towards Death Valley. So, I'll tell you one thing. Most of the drinks that we have bought here, like here we're at Terrible's in North Las Vegas, and we stopped at a Terrible's McDonald's combo place, and this is a Sprite. It does not taste like Sprite. It is so nasty. And same thing with this Powerade. I bought this Powerade and it doesn't even really taste that good. I get better taste out of the bottle. Different place in town altogether. Another coffee shop. It was a Shell gas station. This coffee tastes like shit. Let's just say it, okay? We have not stopped at a single place here in Las Vegas where any of the food or any of the drinks have tasted decent. Now maybe that's because we're not paying $50, $60 a plate at the larger establishments. We're just going to gas stations. But I'll tell you what, man, these guys can do a lot better with their drinks. I mean, it just tastes really bad here. Other than that, I'm liking Las Vegas. Actually, this place is pretty freaking neat. You know, being that I've never been here, it's, you know, that whole nostalgia. Oh, wow, that's new to me. So, yeah, I'm enjoying that. But we need to make a move down the road, north. We can't hang out here. In all honesty, you guys, I don't want to tell you how much cash I have on me, but it's not enough to stay in Las Vegas. So, with that said, I got to get on maps and start figuring out exactly where we're going and what roads we got to go down. Because not only do I need my phone for maps, I need it to make videos. So, let's get going, you guys. Alright, guys, we made it to the world's largest gift shop, and I sent Jennifer inside to get a couple of things. Now, unfortunately, it's like 97 degrees out here, so I got to leave the dogs inside the truck. And that means me sitting in the truck with the dogs, sweltering, because it is so hot. If I sit here and idle the engine and run the AC, I risk overheating the truck. So, we're not going to do that either. But I'm hoping I'll be able to go in a minute and then check this shop out and see what it's all about. Wow, this place is freaking huge, you guys. And they've got all sorts of memorabilia and stuff that you can see. Guys, gold flake bottles. Just little flakes of gold in there. You can get one with your name on it. This place is freaking huge. Look at all the little frogs. Look at the little frogs right there. How cute is that? I'm not a big fan of frogs, but I think that's kind of cute. Look at this whole shelf of them. Oh, that's too cool right there. I like that. I love the violin player. That's sweet. I really capture the moment too of playing that. This is a neat little souvenir shop. Bunch of dust collectors. But it's worth neat coming in and looking at. Alright guys, I think we're about to get out of here. I know my poor dogs are cooking. And I've got the truck running, so I don't want to overheat. Here behind me. And right here you got a little general convenience store. And look at the old miner right here. I pay him a penny, but I just don't have it. Alright guys, so we're actually leaving Las Vegas right now. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, close to 5. I'm wanting to drive the evening hours as it starts cooling off, so it'll be easier on the truck. And we're not going to make the whole route to Tonopah or Reno tonight. We're actually going to stop just short at Tonopah somewhere and sleep for a little bit. Get up early while it's still cool, make our way into Reno and Tonopah. Now the route that I'm choosing is going to miss a town called Pahrump, because last time I went through a certain section in Nevada, never been through Las Vegas, but I came through one time in a little Blazer, and it routed us through a town called Pahrump. and the hill going into Pahrump was really hard on that little Blazer. So we're trying to find a different route around Pahrump, and hopefully it's a lot more flatter ground. Now, you know, the Avalanche, she can kind of handle it, but I do want to go easy on her because of the weight. So Las Vegas has been fun for the most part. We will return to see more of the sites and spend a little bit of money when we have some, because really we're on a limited budget right now. We don't have a whole lot of cash on hand. We have enough for gas to get to our final destination, maybe for showers again once along the way,
Turn right onto Fairfield Avenue.
and that's about it. Alright guys, so we stopped off at a gas station real quick, get some drinks and get some fuel, fill up the tank before we start heading north. And that's pretty much about it, you know. Like I said, we don't have enough money for gas to get north, nothing really fancy or special in Vegas yet, so, and that's not a bad. We're just being greeted by all sorts of beauty here in Nevada. And although there's no tall trees or running water, gotta admit, that is absolutely beautiful. Like, you couldn't ask for better views, better gorgeous scenery while driving down the highway. Now I'll admit, it's a little bit disruptive with the sun directly behind me like that, as you can see. I'm like driving directly into the sun, so to be honest with you, I haven't been filming because all it's going to do is blow my camera out. But you can't deny that view behind me is absolutely gorgeous. Alright guys, we're pulling through a little town called Beatty. Now I know it's hard to see on this. Or Betty. It's spelled, what did you say, Jennifer?
Beatty.
So, kind of a cute little town. I'm wishing, there's a part of me wishing that I'd driven this during the daytime so you guys could see all of it. And my settings are really, I'm actually pretty much set all the way. Here we go. Brighten it up a little bit.
Turn right onto US 95 North Main Street. Signs for Tonopah.
It's kind of a cute little town. Tell you what, their speed limit signs snuck up on me. I was doing 65 coming down the freeway, and all of a sudden there's this 50 and flashing at me, slow down.
Turn
I'm
right onto
like, wow,
US
where'd that
95
come
North
from?
Main Street. Signs for Tonopah.
Yeah, we're heading into Tonopah.
Yeah, don't listen to Google Maps. It's not saying it correctly.
Wow.
Continue on US 95 North for 66 miles.
Guys, I'm definitely going to have to come back through here and share this with you at some point during the winter time or the fall, actually, when temperatures are cooler. Because the whole reason I'm actually driving at night right now, which I normally don't do, kind of a rule of thumb, is it's hot. I mean, really hot out there during the daytime, 105, 110. You know, so I want to go easy on the truck and get to my destination. And nighttime temperatures are way better on that level. I know we're on the edge of Death Valley.
Oasis Valley.
Oasis Valley. And as I mentioned just a minute ago, there's a lot of stuff I don't know about this area. I know that it's hot. I know it's gorgeous. I know it's on the way to Tonopah. A lot of gold mining history throughout here. A lot of paranormal activity along this highway. Not all the stories I'm familiar with. I know that Now, one town coming up before Tonopah, very well known. Stagecoach Casino and truck stop here. What?
I was just pointing out where there's a bunch of people resting.
Okay. Do you want to pull over for the night?
No, unless you want to.
Not really. I just kind of want to get closer to Tonopah.
Tonopah's not that far away.
Okay.
So the next town coming up, basically, it's called Goldfield. Is
Uh-huh.
that's the name of the town.
Goldfield is known from Ghost Adventures and a few other YouTubers. It's an extremely well-known haunted place. Alright guys, we have just pulled into Tonopah. And I'm headed to the Love's truck stop down in here to get something to drink and figure out where to camp for tonight. But I'm coming up right up on the Belvada Hotel and the Mizpah Hotel. One of these days, I am going to stay at these hotels. Two of the most haunted hotels in Tonopah. And this is so cool.
Gas place.
I see that 385. Oh, I'm just loving driving through here. Now my game plan is when I come back through here more towards fall to really spend some time here. You know, when the temperatures aren't as hot. My main goal right now is to head north where there's water, where there's trees, and where the dogs can really have some fun and not cook. I'm actually really tired of the desert, this desert setting. So I am making my way north. And I really didn't want to just go through California. I've seen so much of California over and over again that it didn't really make sense to me to drive through California. And I had a whole state that I know nothing about and I've never been through. So this little trip at nighttime makes it good for just, you know...
Clown Motel.
Yep, Clown Motel.
They do a lot of videos there.
Yeah. And get kicked out. Or is that clown store?
No, Clown Motel. Omar, Mo, and all them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My game plan is to come back in the fall, as I was saying, to really explore these little towns and areas and do it when it's not cooking me at 105 degrees. Now we're coming up on the Love's truck stop now. You can see it there in the distance. I know it's hard for you guys to see because it's so dark on the camera. I go any higher with my ISO, it's going to get real grainy. Slow down. It's 35 through here. Next stop is 100 miles. Esmeralda County line. It's trucker. I want auto. No, that's trucker entrance right there. He was pointing autos up further. Good morning, family. So we were sitting here in Tonopah wondering what we were going to do because we were almost out of gas. And Jennifer, she called one of our friends. She called Kelly. And thank you, Kelly, for sending us another batch of money for gas. I appreciate that. Wasn't expecting it, but it is highly appreciated. Thank you. So we can actually continue our trip north and have a little bit more leeway. She didn't send us a whole lot, but it's enough to get to our destination here in Nevada, and at least toodle it around a little bit. So, what are we gonna do? Well, we are in Tonopah. Pulled in last night, and I was kind of wish I had driven during the day. You know, it's so beautiful out here. You have no idea, you guys. You'll see as we drive out. I'll turn the camera around so you can see what I'm looking at. But I really kind of wish I did pull in here in the daytime. And I wish I had more time here. I really do. But we'll come back. We will. Alright guys, so after a few minutes of sitting on the side of the road, just getting our coffee and waking up a little bit. Truck being the truck, and if you're wondering what that means, I went to go start it and there was no power. Now she's running right now, I got a little jumper box, so I was able to get her started. But for some reason there was no power, and she does this every now and then. I do not know why. She does it, and it could go months, if not almost a year, without doing it, okay? It's not like it happens all the time. So, I'm not exactly sure why she does it. I haven't got her into a shop to figure it out yet. I just know every time she does, I can jump her and get her going.
She did this 3 times yesterday in North Carolina. 4 times coming back from North Carolina.
Yeah. Well, one of those times was because of me sleeping on the brake.
No.
So?
No. She's just got a weird quirk. She's a good truck. She just got, you just got quirks sometimes.
Yeah.
She does it when you mainly run high beams.
Yeah, and driving through here, I gotta have my headlights on.
I know that, but last night you kept running the high beams. I noticed when we were going to Tennessee, North Carolina, there's a few times you ran with the high beams. The next day we didn't have power. But you jumped her. High beams was a shit, I can't stop anything. The coffee fell over and everything. Slammed on the brakes and I'm like, there goes everything. Don't turn her off.
Family, so cruising along Highway 95 here. Gonna find this old abandoned gas station. Wanted to pull over and take a break anyway and check this place out. Definitely has seen better days, that's for sure. Wow. Wow. Definitely seen better days, huh? Bet this was a neat store back in the day. Bunch of little buildings out here around back. Check that view out, you guys. Wow. Makes me wonder why this place didn't last. This is so worth to stop and hang out, camp, make bank in this place. I wonder what happened. It's kind of sad to see it all folded up and destroyed like this. See, look, some of the places look like they burnt down. That's all burnt right there. Wow, look at that. That got torched. Burnt was not the word for it. This just was torched. Almost nothing left of this one except for that exterior wall there. And this building, whatever used to be here, completely gone. Wow. You can tell it's a good sized building. Look at the size of these boards. You can see this was good size. This wasn't like a trailer or a mobile home or anything. Man. Crazy. I wonder if this used to be like a hotel or something, or maybe like a little Airbnb cottage type deal. You can tell this used to be a gas station. You can see some of the pumps. I wonder what these older buildings were. Like this here looks like a little hotel or little cottages people would rent. Not sure about that, of course, but Joey was heard. Somebody needs to learn to spell. I'm sure they meant Joey was here. Interesting. Do you have ideas, or do ideas have you? It's a little too deep of a thought this early in the morning, people. I mean, no, it's not really that early. It's like probably 8:39. No later than 10. I haven't been on the road for that long. We're only probably 20 miles, maybe 30 at the most from Tonopah. Last sign I saw for Reno said 201, and that was a few miles back. Wow. Whatever happened here was harsh. You can tell this place burnt. Man. Crazy. So my settings got real dark. Oh, I know why, because if I go this way now, I'm all blown out. See that, you guys? Wow. Make sure I'm not all blown out. Looks good. Yeah, I use everything manual, you guys. So it's driving me nuts. I apologize, but I don't really like you. I've gotten really used to not using the auto settings, and actually I'm getting to a point where I really like using all the manual settings more. Where if you talked to me a year ago, I only used auto settings. God. I wonder what this building was. There's a larger part of the store there, or something a little different. Well, I guess we're gonna hit the road here in a second. What an interesting place this is. Gotta admit. Very interesting out here in the middle of nowhere like this. Kind of also eerie and creepy in its own way. I'll be honest with you.
Knock it off.
Letting this trucker by.
Scared you?
No, I want to take my time and not feel pushed.
Gotcha. Hard Rock Market. They would be open.
Right? That's so cool. The house built out of a boat was built into a house,
Yeah.
basically.
Said 1 mile. Rest area. Right there. Right there.
Alright guys, we pulled in this little town called Looning to take a quick break. A lot of these little towns along 95 are pretty much similar. Very run down, old, depressing, but at the same time, not so depressing. Like, even though this looks bad, like look at that old building there that's fallen down, the old places here that look dilapidated. There is a sense of beauty and charm to this, okay? And it's not really that depressing. Actually, it's quite exciting. And maybe, I don't know if you guys see it a different way. Leave it in the comments. Let me know. But these areas out here are absolutely just wonderful. And so much little charm. Deep Well Trading Post. Cold drinks. Doesn't seem like much of anything right now. I'm not gonna walk over there and thumb through the boxes. Looks like there's still some rocks or stuff in there. Wonder what this place was. It's the only place open right there, the little purple building. I'm not going in right now. I'm just exploring the roadside. So, I think we're still probably about 150 miles from Reno. I know we've only gone probably 60 miles, maybe 50 from Tonopah so far. And we've got a little bit more driving to go. And I'll have to admit, Nevada, you have got one beautiful state. I'm definitely coming back, and I'll say this over and over again, to visit. This place is definitely worth the drive through, especially when it's not 105 and 110 degrees and you can get out and actually enjoy the areas. Because like right now where we're at here in this little town we pulled in, it's only 80 degrees, maybe 84. I haven't looked at my weather thing to see, but it's not that hot, and this is actually tolerable. Unlike Las Vegas and down south, it was just ungodly hot. So definitely worth coming through here when temperatures are a little bit cooler and you can get out in the desert areas and explore. And we'll definitely be doing that. Definitely. There's so much out here I want to go see, and places I want to dig for gold and gemstones. I look forward to it. Yeah, I definitely do. So we jump back in the truck and get ready to leave the rest area. And as I'm pulling out, I'm looking out my windshield and I'm just thinking to myself, how cool is this little town? How beautiful is this area? And how is it that a place like this, so vast, so dry, so rocky, can be so gorgeous? I'm truly amazed. And I'm really looking forward to what I find further down the road. So, let's get on this highway and see what we can find. Because Nevada, you truly are a gem of a state. Miles down the road, we discover Walker Lake. Now, I was not expecting this at all. I mapped this route out. I knew I was going to go down Highway 95, but yet I didn't know I was going to find a lake right off the side of the highway. Now, Walker Lake is a saline lake. It's approximately 11 miles long and about 5 miles wide. It's not a very deep lake either, fairly shallow at some points to moderate. It is visited by a large recreational community of boaters and swimmers, campers, and windsurfers. The lake, situated right in the Great Basin of Nevada, is only about 75 miles southeast of Reno, Nevada. Now, as I said a moment ago, I wasn't really expecting this lake in such a vast, dry, desolate area. I mean, look at this hill in front of us. Look at this thing. You wouldn't think that in such a dry area you would find this lake. However, Walker Lake is a lake that's only fed by rivers. It doesn't have an outlet. So, whatever feeds this lake, which I didn't look up, is what keeps it going. And I have to admit, it's definitely a nice change of pace for the scenery compared to what I've been seeing on the left. Reservation land. I came by that army base. I saw a park ranger. He was heading into town, which means people do patrol it. We pull into one of the side stop areas along the lake just to give the truck a rest and to take in some of the sights of this place. know, right? Oh, okay. I see.
Launching pad. Yeah, really.
In a quarter mile, turn right onto US 95 alternate north, West Goldfield Avenue. Take the next right onto US 95 alternate north, West Goldfield Avenue.
You could have took it.
Stop sign.
Coda, that's
Continue
not.
on US 95 alternate north for 1 mile.
You're in Paiute tribe.
Smells like food and booze.
In a quarter mile, turn right to stay on US 95 alternate north. Turn right to stay on US 95 alternate north.
She's so demanding.
I know, right?
Continue on US 95 alternate north for 27 miles.
Not just a slow route, but let's just see. Drive it.
Alright, you guys, so cruising along 95. What some awesome views of the desert we've had. And that lake we went by, wow, that was beautiful. Now, I originally had planned on camping next to that lake if I'd made it past Tonopah last night. But I was just too tired when I pulled into Tonopah. I needed to take a break, give the truck a break. So you had a long haul outside of Vegas. But today, coming along Highway 95, alternate 95, we're going to be going in a little town called Clark before we get to Reno. But I was searching for a place to let the dogs get out and go potty for a minute. And they've already been out. And, you know, I forgot to record, okay, to be honest with you. However, I did find this little spot right here in the process. Now, we're only about maybe 150, 200 feet off the main road. Railroad tracks are right here to my right. But check this little tiny spot out. Now, right away, we got some sagebrush right here, which smells lovely, may I tell you. It actually has a really good smell to it. And as I come around here, you'll see the dirt road. Then I'm going to pan around, and I'm probably really overexposed because I adjusted for darkness, but there's the crow. Just look at this. Look at this neat little shady spot right here off the main road. And a sea of hot sun. Now, it's actually not too hot out here. It's only about 85 degrees, It's not even pushed over 90, which is really nice compared to where we've been at down in Kingman and Las Vegas. You know, these are more of the temperatures I was looking to get into. There's dirt road going up that way. If I spin around here slowly without making you guys dizzy, see the main road's right over there where that old abandoned house is at. And there goes a trucker. That tells you where the road's at. But yeah, neat little spot right here off the side of the road. Now, if I was wanting somewhere to camp for the night, I'd probably pick this spot. But I'm actually heading much further north, and we'll find somewhere to camp up there. Alright, family. So, where I pulled off here, I was just doing some research on Onyx Maps, and in front of me, just a few miles down the road, are some petroglyphs. This little section of Highway 95 is part of the Pony Express Trail, and just up here by Fort Carson State Park, which is just up the road, is another section of the Pony Express Trail that goes all the way from here all the way down into Fort Carson. Now, unfortunately, gas-wise, I'm right at a half a tank right now, so I'm not going to take the chance of going off-road. I've got just enough gas to get up to Reno, and then I can pick some money up, and we're going to figure out what we're going to be doing from there before we punch in towards our next destination. California is a spot that we're going to be going into. I have a few areas around there I really want to camp. Like I've said before early on, I want trees, I want water. Now, we got trees here, but there's no water. So, with that said, we're going to continue on north so we can find our lovely water and our lovely trees and see what the road brings. But we're definitely going to have to... Sorry, I'm getting distracted looking out in the distance. It's beautiful here. I can't help it. I look out in the distance and I start going, oh, wow, that's so gorgeous. But let's definitely put this place as a check mark on a trail to explore here in the near future. You know, when we come back south and later on this winter, this area here, depending on when we hit it, it'll be a lot cooler in temperatures. It'll be a lot more fun to explore. And we'll definitely have to put this trail on our to-do list. Definitely. It's a have to, right guys? It's just a have to.
North, then turn right onto US 95 alternate north.
So as I said, guys, this little section of dirt road and portions of 95 right here are all part of the Pony Express Trail. And as I turn right here, you'll see Fort Carson State Park is going to be a left-hand turn. And again, that'll be another spot for future. Financially, I can't afford it.
US 95 alternate north.
But that's okay. You know, this is what exploring and adventuring is about. Is first, you know, just getting out and seeing where places are at. And then making a game plan for future trips to come here and really have fun. Or maybe you find something else later down the road. You never know. Guys, I'm over here in Sparks, Nevada at the moment. And we pulled in last night. And I wasn't feeling good. I ended up just passing out. We were on the other end of town in Reno, actually, because Reno's right next to Sparks. But I came back over here because, one, I wanted to visit this beautiful little marina and the park area. And then I discovered one of the most awesome things in the world to me, okay? One, this memorial to our veterans. This has the Declaration of Independence written in it. And if you walk over here, you've got the Constitution of the United States. And if you come on down, the Bill of Rights. I've been to a lot of memorials for our veterans across this country, including one in Paris, Texas, that I didn't share with you guys in the video. And I've never seen this before. This is absolutely awesome, in my opinion, to see that. You know, to have that displayed right there for everyone to read. And as I walk through this little memorial, it's got quotes from our presidents here, like from over here, President Harry S. Truman, 1816-1945, our debt to the heroic men and valiant women in the service of our country can never be repaid. They have carried our underlining gratitude. America will never forget their sacrifice. And over here, I have a quote from President Abraham Lincoln, December 1863. Honor to the soldier and sailor everywhere who brave bears his country's cause. Honor also to the citizen who cares for his brother in the field and serves as he best can the same cause. Places like this kind of took me up. My grandfather served. Both did. Korean and World War II. A lot of people died for this country, and no one respects it. I got to admit, you guys, it's probably one of the most beautiful memorials I have seen in a long time to our veterans. And if you're coming through Reno, it's well worth stopping in Sparks at the marina and checking it out. I mean, this place actually is really beautiful. Look behind me. I mean, it's absolutely gorgeous here. Let's go up here and take a look from a higher vantage point. Wow. Now, let's just take a look at the view behind me, guys. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Out in front here, there's a buried soldier monument.
Handle which we are committed today, at home and around the world. Let every nation know, whether it wishes us well or ill, that we shall pay any price, their spirit, any hardship,
After the Memorial Park, we decided to drive into Reno. Well, to be honest with you guys, Reno was pretty. I ended up missing the Welcome to Reno sign. Google Maps put me on a different route. But we enjoyed the city for what it was and kind of just looked for a place to go and camp for the night. We weren't planning on touring the city or seeing a whole lot of it or spending days on end here. So we drove through town and ended up in a park. Now, this park that we're by has a Truckee River that runs right by it. And people there were kind of uptight. So I didn't do a whole lot of filming inside this park. We camped on the outside for the night and really tried to keep ourselves low-key as possible, even in light of how the avalanche is packed. I didn't film anything other than what you see here. And after our time here in this park and along the Truckee River, I was kind of realizing that we need to move on, that this isn't really a good place to be. So that's what we did the next morning. We hit the open road and started heading south to go find some place to let the dogs run and enjoy themselves. And then, boy, let me tell you what, we found the coolest spot, or one of the coolest spots I have seen yet on the open road. And, hey, take a look at this place, you guys.
All right, you guys, while these guys are playing, let's go up top real quick and check out a couple of the signage I've seen coming in. Kind of curious as to what it says. And then I still got to start pulling stuff out of the truck so I can do my project. The first thing I see, and I'll turn around and show this to you guys, is empty billboards. There's something over there. I saw something posted coming in. Coming over here, playing it safe. So this is basically the Nevada Division of State Parks has developed this area and others around the state for your enjoyment. Please help keep it enjoyable for everyone by following these guidelines. So you got that sign. And then you got the map of the lake. It's a little dark. And here they got a little timeline. 1850, population, Mormon settlement, Comstock lode discovered. And you can see just after the Comstock lode of 1860, up to 6,000. The county seat relocated to Reno around mid-1870s, and then population started to decline. That is so interesting. That is so interesting. Well, we know not to eat the fish out of here. Fish in these waters contain high levels of mercury and should not be eaten. Mercury is known to cause birth defects in infants and nerve damage in adults. Okay. Well, we know not to eat the fish out of here.
Come here, Coates.
Oh, Ninja Coda! Now this is something these boys have been needing for a while, though. They've needed this.
Dang. I really wanted to be wet. Why can't noobs be like Coda? See, you want to go get a stick and noobs is like, no. You're not letting him stick.
So we're going to head into Carson City and see what we can find.
Slight left onto East Lake Boulevard, then turn left onto US 395 alternate south.
You're good my way.
Turn left onto US 395 alternate south.
Now our route's going to take us through the small town Washoe. Hopefully the sun's not too bad on you guys, and my phone doesn't overheat and turn off. I really hate when it does that, trying to show you guys places.
Continue on US 395 alternate south for 10 miles.
Now Google, in her wisdom of avoiding highways, has put me on this little road going into Carson City. And Nubis has got to put his 2 cents in. But it is exciting. I got to admit, with Anubis. Never been through here before, never seen this place. It's a pretty country. Yeah.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Combs Canyon Road. At the light, turn right onto North Carson Street. Continue on North Carson Street for 1 mile.
Thank you, Google. And we are in Carson City, you guys. This will probably be our second to last Nevada stop before we get into California. the Walmart's at.
In 400 feet, turn right onto North Fall Street.
Alright, let's get something to drink real quick. Alright guys, never mind that Sinclair store. They don't believe in keeping stuff cold. They keep it all in the hot aisle. So, we'll make our way to another store.
Continue for 1.5 miles.
Mainly down to Walmart. It's 1 mile. They'll have cold stuff. Oh, I should have stopped there. They would have definitely had cold stuff. But we'll go to Walmart. Now guys, in all honesty, it's my second time into Carson City, but I've never been
Welcome to Carson City, sign.
this far into it. Okay, like every time me, Jennifer, and Dad came through here, we never went any further north than the Walmart down here, and we turned on Highway 50 going up into Truckee. So this is a nice little treat to drive through the downtown core and actually see Carson City for once. By the Secretary of State building.
Yeah, everything they had in the refrigerator or alcohol.
So they believe in keeping alcohol cold, but not drinks are for normal people that don't drink alcohol. Like I wanted a simple lemonade. All the Minute Maid lemonade was right in the middle of the aisle, nothing in the freezer. And right here is the Nevada State Capitol. I'm going to slow down. Maybe we'll have some time to come back and actually wander around and check it out. Right now I've got to get to Walmart and somewhere I can edit the video I did today for school. And then start working on the videos for the last 3 months for you guys. Nevada legislature, new building. Or they're revamping it, one of the two.
In 1,000 feet, at the traffic circle, take the first exit onto South Carson.
Okay, so get this thing on done. And here we go.
Don't leave it home without one, you guys. Never know when you need it. Alright, family, so today's been a really interesting day in Carson City, to say the least. First, this morning I woke up, had to jump the truck, and then she didn't want to start after that. We spent most of the day at Walmart wondering what we were going to do, and then a buddy of mine helped out with some funds, thank you, Zach, and then a little bit later on I went to try it again, and she started. I had to jump her, but she started. So we sat there and let her run for a few minutes, and then kind of cruised around town. And I didn't videotape a lot of this because I was just so worried about what's going on with the avalanche. And I think it's the alternator and battery going out. Come to find out, there's no O'Reilly's here in Carson City at all. And those parts are under warranty. So in the morning, we're cross our fingers, the truck is going to start and we'll make it over to Truckee. However, in the meantime, while we were here, I was wondering for a place for the dogs. Like you notice, they're not in the truck. And I found this neat little park right here, right next to Walmart and Interstate 50. It has both a large and a small dog park in it. And, well, the boys are in there playing already. Jennifer's in there. But let's go in here and take a look at this place. And it's a really large sandy field. Good for picking up the poop. Decent, it's spacious. They can really get their run in. There's little obstacles here for them to dart in between. Great shade. I mean, look at these shade trees. Isn't this just beautiful? Hold on here. Alright, a little bit brighter. Hopefully it's not too grainy. But look at these shade trees. These awesome, beautiful trees right here. And they're just huge. Nice. It's great, cool area for these guys. Look at them two going at it. And that's what this park's about. Them having fun. And this was a neat little treat to find, because you know, beforehand, like last night where we slept out underneath that billboard sign, well, you know, that was about it. And we didn't really know where to go, and it was kind of thorny. I was picking little thorn balls out of their paws. So finding little treats like this in cities for my dogs to play in, yeah. Thank you, Carson City. Thank you. Your taxpayer dollars are well at work with this park. And then what's really nice is that this is a huge gravel parking lot that you have right here. And then over there, where that grassy area is at, that is the people park. So, yeah, they're both attached. And I've noticed a little biking trail that runs down through here as well. Haven't explored that yet. Haven't been here long enough. But in time, if we're here long enough, I doubt we will be. Our path tomorrow is actually heading towards Truckee. Side. Side.
Come on. Come on. Gizmo. Hey,
Gizmo.
get up here. Come on. It's heavy. Push.
I know that. Go.
Come on. Come on. Yeah, will you jump on? Yeah, I will too. Okay, no, I'll hold him down one day and you can kick his ass. Come on.
Alt.
Wow, look at the sky.
Yeah, that's why I'm recording. Good morning, family. So I did have to jump the truck again. We camped in the same spot as yesterday morning over by that sign. But today we have another spot that we're going to and a short route up and over the mountain towards one of our destinations. So let's get to it.
Turn right onto West Appian Way, then turn right onto Cochise Street. Take the next right onto Cochise Street. Continue. Take the next right, then slight left.
It's a parking space.
What? Alright guys, so we're sitting here in a little area off highway vehicle road called Kings Canyon Road, or Kings Canyon. Now you see Jennifer walking right there. She's heading down to figure out if dogs are allowed on this trail. So we're in Carson City. We're on our way towards California, but we're not taking the highway, okay? We're taking the dirt road. But we found this little waterfall over here that has a hiking trail up to it. It's about 0.3 miles. However, there's some mixed information. On Google, it says dog friendly. However, when you pull in here, it says no dogs allowed. And a minute ago, which I was in the bathroom when this happened, a ranger pulled up and said no dogs are allowed on the trail. Now, there's reviews on Google saying the same thing, that people pulled up here with their dog and immediately got told by the ranger, no dogs allowed. A lady, even with her service animal, on Google reviews said, I came here with my service animal. The ranger laughed at me, said no dogs allowed. So we're trying to figure out exactly what we're going to do and if we're going to hike this trail up to the waterfall, because supposedly no dogs allowed. Alright, family, I decided to walk back down here so I can get some pictures of the sign. First thing I see, I want to do a little bit of pleasantness here, not everything negative, but was this little plaque right here. And it says, History of the Borda Ranch. Here, let me get a scene in it from behind. Originally a Washoe Indian trail, Kings Canyon served as a gateway to the Lake Tahoe following the gold rush to California. Eagle Station was established in 1851 near the mouth of the canyon. Dr. Benjamin King built his ranch the next year, and others followed, founding Carson City in 1858. Lumber was transported down Kings Canyon and timbered the Comstock mines. The Emigrant Road later served as part of the famous Lincoln Highway, the nation's first transcontinental route. Beginning in 1947, Boscal ranchers Pete and Raymond Dutch Borda pastured sheep in the Upper Canyon. Carson City's growth posed a barrier to the sheep drives to and from Dayton. By the 1970s, the environmentally conscious Borda family conveyed the scenic ranch property into public ownership in 1997. December of 1997. Let's walk over here, and you guys will see for yourselves, and I'll turn around so you can see it. Dogs prohibited. Dogs prohibited on the trail. You know, I don't get it. I don't get it. Us humans do more damage than a dog is going to. It's sad. It's really, really sad. And Google, you need to get your shit fixed. Excuse my language, people. But I only came here because it said dogs were allowed. Oh well. Let's go turn a lemon into lemonade and have a good time. Alright guys, so we're about to start our trip down this dirt road. From my understanding, it's supposed to be a pretty easy dirt road. But we're about to find out. Now, the map down there actually shows all the trails and dirt roads down through here. And it says that this is a white road. And that it should be pretty easy. But we're about to find out.
There's that ranger.
Okay.
Could stop and ask him how bad this road goes. How bad does this road get further out?
I didn't see him in there.
No, I don't do that. The directions on, right?
No?
This way, huh?
Yeah. I know there's a bunch of little side turn-offs. I'm not taking any.
They look that bad?
I don't know, really, to be honest with you. Alright guys, so we found a little pull out right here just to sit for a few minutes. I got the truck running because if I shut her off I'll have to jump her. Yes, I have my reservations about going on a 9-mile dirt road with a bad battery and alternator. But I have the jumper. I'm okay. We can deal. And this is just a nice change of pace. And the road's a little on the rough side than what I was expecting according to what the directions on Onyx said and reviews and stuff, but it is passable with a 2-wheel drive vehicle with caution. But it's a nice drive too. It's worth it. It's worth it. Even with a bad battery and a bad alternator, this is worth coming up here for. It's beautiful, and this is a great way to punch into California and the Sierra Nevadas. All right, guys, we're about to head on down the road. I most likely will have to stop and pull over and turn her off for a little bit, let her cool down, give her a break. A few miles down the road. Don't want to push her too hard. Look at that. Oh, one more time, you guys. This is actually, wow. Look at this view. What a gorgeous view. Beautiful. Beautiful. I can't say any more. Boy, this road's getting thin. no choice.
I know you have no choice.
I have no room.
I know you don't. Can you roll up my window? Never mind, too late.
Slow down, girl. Slow down. Ooh, this is gonna be... Alright, we'll have to check our gear on top of the roof after this.
Yeah, definitely.
This is so neat.
We're gonna have to check everything. Gotta give her gas.
I am. I got her in first gear. Pop her in second so I get a little more power. Now, I'm not using the truck's gearing to help keep me slow through here. Even though we're only automatic. Water crossing. Tiny one.
We've been through 3 of them. I'm just trying to figure out how that little gray car has done it.
It's definitely got some guts and determination, that's for sure. Shit, buddy.
Go your way a little bit.
Well, if I go my way, man,
There goes my mirror. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Please God, please God, please God.
Alright guys, so I was driving up through here. And we're not very far from where we started. I think we're only like maybe a mile or two. Boy, I hit this little area right here. And as I come up this spot right there, I bounced and came up and over here. And I thought I was going to go off over there. And yeah, it wasn't very fun. And I wasn't going very fast. I had the truck in second gear, 4-wheel drive, trying to go slow. And we're definitely going to have to be careful up in here. That kind of scared me a little bit, so we pulled over and stopped for a minute. Now, I did shut the truck off for a minute or two just to see what she would do and then restart her. I didn't have to re-jump her. So that means the battery's holding some charge, but I'll probably still have to replace the battery when I get to Truckee. Over that, she's handling this trail pretty decent for being more of a stock build. Alright, I think we're going to meander down the road. Okay.
Or first gear. But I wouldn't have her that low.
Well, first gear is the lowest it goes, Jennifer.
Oh. I'm glad we got new tires.
Yeah, right. Oh, this is gonna suck.
Take it at this point. Because we're not turning around.
We can't. Not in this area. Now, the funny thing is, on X and forestry says there's camping within 150 feet of the road, okay? That you're allowed to. Oh,
no.
shit.
Oh no.
Guys, we may have a problem. Take a look at this. I think we could probably do it. I do see another vehicles come through here. I don't know how high a clearance they were. There is no way I could turn around. These rocks right here might be a problem. Let me darken this down a little bit.
so nervous. This would have been worse if we didn't have a load. Look at this.
The sluice was completely undone.
We did things like this with the Tahoe. The Tahoe was a lot bigger.
No, the Tahoe was smaller. The Tahoe is shorter than this. We're a longer wheelbase. We're on a Suburban chassis. The Tahoe is on a Tahoe chassis.
Because we have all this weight in our truck, is what's keeping us on the main road.
It is what's keeping us on the main road.
They said that, weight should manufacture less balance, less.
It's a 50-50 balance, okay? Weight can help you on dirt roads,
But
but
also can get you stuck.
yeah.
Yeah, I know. It can high center you, and then, or when you go across something, no weight, you can bounce a little bit more. But when you have weight, it's a lesser balance.
Right. But
Notice.
on the dirt like this, the weight gives you more traction, so
Yeah. Stay on my side.
this is shit me.
We're almost down.
I know. Alright guys, this is going to be a real shitty part. I hope we can make it over this. Alright, well Jennifer's walking. She doesn't want to get back in. I legitimately broke the mirror on my left. passenger side. That was a gnarly spot. That was a really gnarly spot. She just abandoned me. She's walking down the road, pissed off, scared. Sounds like my tires are about flat. Something's wrong. I fucked something up. You gonna get back in? You weren't the one driving. I'll meet you up at the Rock Wall then. Might be a turnoff. Alright, well Jennifer's walking, she doesn't want to get back in. I legitimately broke the mirror on my left passenger side. That was a gnarly spot. That was a really gnarly spot. She just abandoned me. She's walking down the road, pissed off, scared. Sounds like my tires are about flat. Something's wrong. I fucked something up. You gonna get back in? You weren't the one driving.
I don't care. You don't just see what I just see. You don't understand.
I'll meet you up there at the Rock Wall then. Might be a turnoff. I'm gonna stop here for a second and take a break. Alright, you guys. Alright, after walking that, I seen a pull-off up here where Jennifer's sitting up there at the top of the hill where that tree's at. Right there. My left tire's making a weird noise. I'm pretty sure it's flat. So I can look underneath. Alright guys, so to that little pull-off spot, we're going to continue down the road here. We're going to take it nice and slow, the best that we can. After that last gnarly spot, I kind of hear something dragging on my side.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good. Might be the plastic thing too.
Yeah, it might just be the plastic thing.
But check underneath. I checked the springs, the shocks on the side. They look good still.
Yeah. I crawled underneath, shook thing, and grabbed a hold of things, shook them, because we let the truck cool off. We've been there for a good 30-40 minutes just letting the truck cool off. And rechecking our gear, making sure everything is strapped down properly. But I didn't see anything broken or loose.
If I do any more damage than you did on my side.
Yes, I can. I don't want to do any more.
Get off the spider. In my side. Slow down. I'm gonna call her and fix it now. I'm just trying to figure out how that great car did it.
I know, right? I gotta need to cool things down.
Shouldn't be that hot that quick.
Alright, I guess when I get to town, I'm going to have to buy that special $14, $15, $20 tool, whatever it costs, tool to take the flares off, because it's the way it's bent in, it's going to keep rubbing up as I go down the road. So, it's slightly like a 1/16 to 2/16 of an inch off the tire, so like every time I hit a bump, it's going to rub. Maybe in a little bit I'll find a knife that's good enough to cut it and maybe cut a section out. Okay, you know what, Crow? I know you like to go fast. We're not doing that. And Crow, when we get up a couple $1,000s, we'll get you in a body shop, get you a new paint job, get that body damage fixed. We'll make you look good again, don't worry. Then we'll get you a lift kit so we can take more roads like this. At some point we should get into state park land.
No.
Yeah.
Skip. No. There's a road that turns off before the state land. Because if we go into state land, it gets worse.
When I mapped this out, we went through the state park land to get to the highway. It's all part of Kings Canyon Road.
Look at the map.
Okay, I'll go back to the map in a minute. Alright guys, so Jennifer's right. The way the navigation's got it going has us turning off of this road going down to the highway. However, when looking at maps, you can kind of usually tell if there's a road there or not. And it shows a dotted line, a road, but there's a point where it looks like the road just stops. On both coming up from the highway and going down to the highway. And then it's all wooded tree line. So the navigation route that I had mapped out that keeps us on Kings Canyon Highway goes through the state park and then down to the highway, which is a little bit longer going around than what Jennifer just mapped out a little bit further back. So we're going to get down here and we're going to check it out. We're going to assess the situation and see what our game plan is going to be as far as which route we're going to take. So far, aside from those bad spots behind us, it's been pretty good, but I am not chancing it or having any faith whatsoever in what lies ahead.
Stay on my side just in case. We don't know where the cliffside's at. Pull out there for a minute, give her a little break. And we can look at the map. Oh, do you think you want to? Because it looks like a hell of a climb out. That looks like a hell of a climb out. It really does. Let me look over here. Freaking mattresses and trash out here. That's fucked up. Yeah, that's a hell of a climb out. And especially right there. Screw that. See the state trust fan? The fence. Yeah. We've already put enough through enough shit that I don't want to put it down a hill that we got to climb up. You know what I mean? Yeah, this looks pretty easy right here though. But I don't know how I'll get down it. Yeah, you would have to flip a bitch. You're not backing up in it. Don't you dare. No, I'm not. That's a lot easier. Oh, and it even has a sign, no camping. Oh. You know, this is government at your finest. You got thousands and thousands of acres of forestry land, and they do that. No camping. Really? Really? Okay. I get it. It doesn't open no more. No, don't open it. It's closed. Oh, yeah. Well, my door from now on. I'll have to beat that out later. Hey! Look at these guys. Now, I could get down that and back up it, but I'm not turning around. The rest of that was pretty gnarly. They had a fence up. It says do not enter. So this was gonna push us this way anyways.
Yeah. Alright guys, when we get down here at the bottom, we're going to do a damage assessment. Look at the truck. And then let her cool off for a minute too. Get her back in two-wheel drive. Ooh, ooh. This road just had one last gnarly bump for us.
A couple.
Alright, get her back into two-wheel drive.
We gotta figure out which way we're going.
To the right. I'm gonna pull over right here. Turn her off. Alright. So, be a little noisy. I've got the fender rubbing on the tire back here. Let me get back a little bit. So yeah, right here on the back driver's side. The plastic fender is rubbing on the inside, but over here is where we did most of the damage. Now this was done back on Ponderosa in Arizona, but where we really hit hard was right here on the door panel back here. That door is not currently opening. We hit really hard right here too. So we got two sections of body damage right here, but that's not all. The way I came up, that rock face, I hit pretty hard here on the front end too. Did some damage to the hood, scratched it right there. Some of the chrome is here, damage to the fender right there. And then the worst part, broke the mirror. Yeah, I broke that mirror on that rock wall. So we got her duct tape for now. I'll figure out how much a new one's gonna cost. Did some pretty good scratches all the way down her to the paint. Definitely gonna need Mako. Yeah, you can see got some pretty good scratches to her. But 41039 Kings Canyon Highway. Wow, what a hell of a ride that was. Hey look, trail cam right there. Hi everybody. Just saw this sign. So here's the deal. Not recommended for cars. Right there. But I come over here. Hiking, horsebacking, bicycle, ATV. No vehicle. But yeah, here's the deal. Okay, I'm in the middle of Highway 50 right now, just off of Kings Canyon Road. When I started this at the waterfall, it said white trail, easy for all vehicles. All vehicles, mind you. Now I get to the end and it says that. So somebody's got their signals crossed all across the board. Because Google says dogs could be at the waterfall, but we get there and it says no dogs allowed. This place is confusing me. It really is. Alright, you guys, so to say that was confusing is an understatement of the day, okay? Or maybe of the year. We're about to turn right onto Highway 50 and head up towards Lake Tahoe. And then from there, we'll probably pop into Truckee and find somewhere in the area to camp. Hopefully it's somewhere quiet in a wooded area. Now, let's get to it.
Alright family, so that's our trip through Nevada. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. If you've made it all the way to the end, man, you are a trooper. And well, you guessed it, next episode is California and what kind of trouble we can find over there. So make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, Hit the notification bell so you know when the next videos are coming out. And please, join my Patreon channel. Join me on Instagram. Join me on Facebook. And I will see you in the next episode.